This was the most feared army in history, an empire that rose from nothing, and in just a few decades, almost dominated the entire world. They destroyed entire cities, leaving no survivors, and nobody could stop them. This is the Mongol Empire. And this is the story of the Empire of Terror.
It all began with one man, a poor, rejected boy who nearly starved to death. His name was Genghis Khan. He was born on the steppes of Mongolia, a brutal place where only the strongest survive. Betrayed by his own tribe, he grew up with a single goal: never to be weak again. And then, he began to unite rival tribes, one by one, not with words, but with war. And when it was over, he wasn't just a leader. He was the ruler of all the Mongols. And that was just the beginning. The Mongols weren't just soldiers, they were war machines. Their horses were fast, resilient, and their archers could shoot while galloping at high speed. But the secret wasn't just strength, it was strategy. They feigned retreat, and when the enemy advanced, it was too late. Entire cities were surrounded, destroyed, erased from history. The empire grew rapidly, from China to the Middle East to parts of Europe. After the death of Genghis Khan, his descendants continued the expansion, and under leaders like Kublai Khan, the empire reached its peak. They became the largest contiguous land empire in history, and at that moment, it seemed impossible to stop them. But even the greatest empire doesn't last forever. Over time, the empire grew too large, difficult to control, difficult to keep united. The leaders began to fight amongst themselves, and the empire split into many pieces. Furthermore, conquered peoples began to rebel, and slowly, the empire that seemed invincible began to fall, until it disappeared in the form it once existed. Even after their fall, the impact of the Mongols never disappeared. They connected East and West, facilitating trade, culture, and ideas. The famous Silk Road became safer, and the world began to become more connected. But their legacy also carries destruction. Millions of deaths, cities wiped out, an empire that spread as much progress as terror. And perhaps that's why even today, the Mongol Empire is remembered as the Empire of Terror.